I think these sessions today is the best thing that I can ever have out of all my activities today. So I rank these speaking mock test number one out of all the things that I've done today.
So this is your IELTS practice exam, and I'm your practice examiner for today. My name is Shafil Adam Shadul, and the very initial part of the exam, the examiner will ask you to provide your passports or IDs for the identification purposes. So since this is a practice exam, we're not going there. And in the first part of your exam, I'm going to ask you some questions about yourself. So what is your name and what should I call you?
Uh, my name's Obhijit Mondo. I mostly go by Obhijit when it comes to the official communications. So you can call me Obhijit.
All right. So Abhishek, let's talk about work and study. Do you work or study?
I do work. I've been working for past almost 13 years now. I did my graduations back in 2012 in finance and marketing. So right after that, I started working. I worked for different multinational companies. I had a gap of 10 years. And right after that gap, I did my master's in public health. Uh, yeah, I still am interested in pursuing my educations.
All right. What do you like about your job?
Well, the first and foremost thing that I mostly like about my job is I get to meet with different kind of people because I work with this exhibition industry. We do organize B2B exhibitions on different industries. So for that, each and every day, it's my duty and responsibility to get to meet with different people from different parts of the world. So that's what I like the most. I get to know different experiences from numerous people.
And anything you would like to change about it?
Uh, I would like to change. I wouldn't like to change the job structures of the kind of environment that I have right at this moment, but I would definitely like to change the office location because the kind of office setup we have right at this moment, I think it needs a change in order to get a bit more beef up and enhance our performances.
All right. Let's talk about books. Do you enjoy reading books?
Well, in my opinion, I certainly don't like to read books. I understand that this is a very rich habit, and I sometimes feel guilty that I haven't been able to grow this habit. But I read online, I read PDF, I read blogs. And another thing that I always try to follow is that watch true story-based movies that is based on any kind of novel or books. So by doing that, I get to know the core message of book through a movie or cinema.
All right. And what type of books do you like to read?
Uh, I would like to read about books that talks about war because I had a degree about genocide studies. I did my post-graduation in genocide studies, so I have a kind of soft corner towards war. I would like to know how war is getting started and how all the countries gradually, brick by brick, they get engaged in different kind of wars. What is the concept of war? Why do people kill each other? So those things I'm very and I'm truly keen into.
And how often do you read?
I don't get much time about reading. Mostly on Friday and Saturday, I do read, and during the midnight because at that point of time the environment gets silent, so it's kind of a conducive atmosphere for me to go through a PDF or a blog.
All right. Let's talk about your daily routine. So what is your typical daily routine like?
Well, I woke up around 8, 8:30 in the morning. I don't have my breakfast. I just have half liter of water, and that's it. And I start moving to my office. I do my regular activities. I have a number of meetings in every day, and then I come back home around 8 p.m. And when I come back home, right after that, I have to switch on my academic thought process because I'm working on two paper for the publication purposes, and I invest a great deal of time behind that. And apart from that, these days I'm preparing for IELTS as well. So yes, this is how I spent my day. Uh, I'd like to call myself a night watchman because I really sleep late at night. So around 2, 2:30 or 3 in the morning, I hit the bed.
Do you prefer having a routine which is flexible?
I wish definitely a flexible working hour, for example, the freelance kind of work freelancers do. If that kind of work, if anytime in the future, if I get that kind of opportunities to get into any similar kind of projects, I'll definitely love that. Uh, because the kind of work pressures and the anxiety that we have on a daily basis to deal with our regular office chores and mundane jobs, uh, at a single point of time, it feels like very tiring and hectic. So to get rid of that, I think flexible working hours is really something I'd love to get into.
All right, thank you for the answers. Now I'm going to move forward to the next segment where I'm going to give you a cue card. Spend 1 minute thinking about the answers. You can take notes if necessary. And after that, 2 minutes will be provided just to give the answers.
All right, sure.
So let me just share a cue card with you. That's the cue card see on the screen. And your preparation time starting from that one.
All right, okay.
Right, time is over. You can start.
Well, the most influential person in my life, I would like to call that person is my mother, uh, because the time I was born, and I grew up seeing her that the kind of struggle that she was going into in my early stage of life. She had to look after so many things at the same point of time. The families, my educations, the business of my father, sometimes some kind of misunderstandings between relatives and neighbors. So all these understandings, all these happenings, my mother had to happen in the middle. So she was the person who looked after everybody and who looked up, who made sure that nothing goes wrong and everybody stands all together and everybody stands strong. Uh, and I think I got to know a very significant amount of life qualities from my mother. For example, uh, patience. I'm well known for my patience. I'm well known for my observing capabilities, and I'm well known for my listening capabilities. I'm an active listener, and then all these qualities I've got from my mother. Uh, since I was a child, I closely observed her in different kind of situations, let it be positive or negative, or any kind of situations or adverse situations. In any sort of unbecoming situations or context, how she dealt with people, keeping herself polite, decent, and amiable. And this is how she made me understand that as long as I present myself in an amiable way to any kind of person, I would be acceptable. And this is a life lingering lesson that I've got, and I'm applying that lessons to all of different phases that I've been going through in my life, in my school, colleges, universities, my career. And I'm seeing that the advantages is enormous. The benefits that I'm getting applying these life qualities and skills, I've got a great amount of acceptability, and people admire me for this kind of human attributes. So even till today, I look up to her and I see
Thank
that
you for the conversation.
she's
That was the end of the part two. So now I'm going to ask you a couple of questions regarding a person influenced you.
sure.
All right. So let's talk about role models. Why do people look up to others as role models?
Well, in my perspective, I think people always have a vision. They envision themselves to be like someone because what I think is very difficult for an individual to understand his own capability until he compares himself to anyone else. So as soon as we have a role model, we can't get to compare ourselves to that person and then see the difference between us. If there is a subtle difference, we try to fill up that. If there is a big difference, we try to work out that. Uh, but it is very important to have someone as our role model so that we have a source of inspiration to be like that person. That person can influence ourselves in many ways. Probably he's doing great social works. Probably he's doing great for the education sectors, great work for the impoverished children. So whatever that role model is doing, that is heavily influencing us. For example, my role model is the great boxer Muhammad Ali. He once said, uh, the service to others is the rent you pay for the room you have here on earth. So that is a great lesson that I day in and day out apply on myself and I get the benefit. I see the active benefit out of this practice.
Do celebrities make good role models?
I don't think they do all the time. I would say it's 50-50. Some of the celebrities, they're very good role models. Uh, for example, if I have to name one, Lionel Messi, uh, the big superstar, the big football maestro, but uh, the kind of mentality, the kind of thought process, the kind of deportment that he holds, these calm natures, the silence in himself, uh, all these qualities are very important for a person to follow. He has got great qualities in his football skills, but he doesn't show up that way. He doesn't have that swaggering attitude in front of others. So he always remains calm and quiet. So this is how I think he's a great role model. Apart from that, we have so many role celebrities that are not really up to that level. We do not look up to that as long as we have education and then good understanding capability. We understand the differentiations between a good role model and bad role model. This is how I think we should always choose one and go for always the good one.
Right. And how can parents be role model for their children?
Well, very parents can play a significant role model for their offsprings because uh, parents are the first person a child get to know them, and right after that, the schools and teachers they play a big role. But before that, parents can teach them how to deal with people from different walks of life, how to deal with different social situations and context, and how to be polite, how to respect other people, and how to keep own dignity. And a great lesson comes from only the family. That is the root. As long as the root is strong, as long as that root is solid, I believe a child can never go wrong. Because with times, brick by brick, as the child grows up, that kind of human attributes get instilled in himself. So this is how the moment he grows up, he carries all those human qualities, and this is we have a couple of examples that at a certain point of time that kid becomes the role model for others, for example for his cousins, for his other family members. They want their child to be like that person. So this is how I think parents play a bigger role than anyone else in a child's life.
All right. Thank you for the answers. That was the end of the part three and also the end of our sessions. So let me just provide you the feedback. And your overall score is 8. Um, and the good thing of your conversation is the overall progression of idea. The idea you generate throughout the process is quite, you maintain the chronological order also. So it is a very good thing. And only thing I noticed on simple mistake is when you are actually, telling someone your regular activity, what you do on a regular basis, try to use the present tense. Like if you told it, I woke up in the morning, you should
Mhm.
actually say that I wake up in the morning or I
Okay.
wake up daily at 6 a.m. or 7 a.m. Like in
Right.
terms of, explaining our daily chores or daily work activities or something like that, you always need to, uh, use the present tense, that particular thing. And one particular, moment you said on your mom, when you're explaining your mom activities when she was facing those struggle, you said had to happen. So you should actually say on that particular thing, he had to endure those things, or he had to maintain all of those struggles, or you have to, manage all those things. But it's not like it happened because she
Right. Okay.
was she was the person actually managing or
Mhm.
enduring all those stuff were coming towards her, right? So
Right.
so this type of things like I would say the minor mistakes, you can definitely resolve it. Obviously, there's always room for improvement. So I would ask you
Definitely.
to do that. So and other thing that's only good things like the not only good thing like the most beautiful thing of your conversation is the overall progression of idea is quite straightforward. and that's the IELTS requirement. The IELTS actually asks you to, go very straight, bold. So that's what you have, and try to, maintain that things in your real exam, I hope. So that was it. So anything I can answer for you regarding the sessions?
That feedback was really important because, when people ask me about my daily routine, I didn't have any idea that I'll have to always use this present tense or put it into the present context.
Yeah.
So that is a really, really important feedback for me. I have my exam tomorrow. Uh,
Yeah.
I think these sessions today is the best thing that I can ever have out of all my activities today. So I rank these speaking mock test number one out of all the things that I've done today.